Hello, this is your host, PlayStation Frustration. I wanted to bring you some gaming news. Finally, I get to do an upload, but we're not going to talk about that much. I'll leave that for an update video later. I'm going to talk about NDP sales. NDP finally released their April sales list, PS4 versus Xbox One. And finally, by a miracle chance, the hand of God came down and touched Xbox One. I think he sent his angel, and that angel was Phil Spence. Is his name Phil Spencer? I forgot his name. But yeah, I believe this is finally a touch from the heavens, because Xbox One has finally outsold the PS4, and I wanted to give my little bit of discussion on that. I Everybody probably knows why. When Xbox launched, they had an E3 conference. Well, it was just its reveal, not its E3 conference. E3 conference didn't do so well either, but during its reveal, they had the marketing. It was $100 more. The console was weaker. It was shipping with Kinect that nobody wanted, and that's the reason it priced $100 more. And people now still believe the Xbox One is a weaker console, a weaker system. And it is, technologically, it is weaker. But developers are never going to take that advantage of PS4s, that 30% GPU, graphical processing unit performance. They're never gonna push for that. And either way, it's not even that big of a difference. You're still going to see that 900p versus 1080p resolution. Well, are you going to see it? Because the eye can't really tell the difference there, especially unless you're playing on a small TV. You'll see because you're sitting closer up. But either way, it's very small and minimal, and you really shouldn't have to worry about that when choosing between these two consoles. The consoles, it should be, where are your friends playing? And that's what really should matter. We can go over hardware comparisons. The Xbox One actually has a faster CPU, surprisingly. It's the only thing it does have faster, which doesn't account for much. It's an 8-core Jaguar x86 1.75 gigahertz processor versus the PS4 8-core Jaguar x86 1.6 gigahertz processor. So that means, the Xbox One has these features like multitasking, which I don't think that really matters in that plus 0.15 CPU processing power. The RAM differences, there's not. Oh, well, there is. It's the GDDR5 versus the DDR3, 8 gigabytes. Definitely the GDDR5 has faster bandwidth, and I don't know. I'm going over the technologicals just so you can see the differences, and if you want to study these for yourself. The GPU is where it really hits people. On paper, it's a 50% difference in shader cores, ROPs, raw operation per second, and a 1.84 teraflop versus a 1.24 teraflop, I think. Check me on that. I know the PS4 is 1.84. The Xbox One, I think, is 1.2 to 1.3. I'm not sure. And that's what they believe its maximum capability. You see, the differences in hardware is there, and it is noticeable on paper. But how that will perform, we haven't seen it yet. It's a year in. These consoles will probably last 5 years, and they're Witcher 3 is starting to take. That's releasing soon. That's taking full advantage of these systems. DirectX 12 is coming out. Maybe that'll shorten the gap a little more, but as the Xbox One gets better, more powerful, faster, using its API, the PS4 will probably push with another API. I don't know if I've heard rumors of Venom, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Right now it uses PSSL, PlayStation Shader Language. That's the API in the PS4. But I've went on and on. I don't know why. I went over hardware differences right there. But these cells, it's important, yes, but it doesn't determine the end of this console war. Xbox One finally won, and it's up 62% by last year's April, according to the marketing advisor at Xbox. So, really, it's not that big of a deal, but it's news to get out there. So you know that if you're a fan of Xbox, it's not dying. And if any PlayStation fanboy tells you that, it's not true. And Xbox has a great lineup coming up. Maybe that's why we could see their lineup for holiday season is a lot larger than PlayStation's. They have plenty of games. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Did you watch it again or something?